What's going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new open game state. There's been a lot of news going on lately talking about Link Vrains Pack 3 more specifically. We've already had a few pretty exciting links revealed. One of them being the Union Carrier link. I think that one's really good. The Predaplant link. The new Spellcaster link, that's going to work very well with Endymions. I think it's like Serene or something. I forget its name. We have the World Chalice link, the Link 2, which is going to be really good in Mech Knights. I think has a lot of potential there. So yeah, we've had tons of amazing links. The Buster Blader link, tons of incredible links have already been revealed, but we've pretty much gotten everything else. This picture you see here, the 9 missing from this picture, 8 of them were revealed in a stream that happened the other day. There's still 1 remaining. We don't know what that is. They're holding that last one. I don't know why, but they're just holding it in suspense, I suppose. But the 8 last links of the 9 last ones have been revealed. 8 of 9 last links have been revealed, and we'll go ahead and take a look at those. But yeah, so the first one we have here, 1 link is missing the list. The first one here we have is Genjuku Auroradon, Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. Basically, link arrows. It's a link 3 too. Mecha Phantom Beast, interesting enough, getting a link. Link 3, arrows middle left, bottom center, and bottom right. And if this card is link summoned, you can activate this effect. Special summon 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. Machine Wind, level 3, attack 0, defense 0. Also, you cannot link summon for the rest of the turn. I like that. That would get a little bit out of hand if that wasn't the case. And then once per turn, you contribute up to 3 monsters. Apply this effect depending on the number attributed. 1, destroy this card. 2, special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your deck. 3, add a spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So yeah, it's really good. I think that card's a really good card for Mecha Phantom Beast. I haven't played Mecha Phantom Beast in a long time. I remember I picked the deck up for maybe like a few weeks at a time, and I never went back to it, but it was a really fun deck. And it's nice to see that it is getting link support. Next up here we have the Hyper Director, Abyss Actor Hyper Director, a Link 1. Interestingly enough, Dark Fiend, Link Effect Monster, Link Arrow bottom center, requires 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum Monster. Kind of reminds me of the Magical Musket Link Monster. You can only use the first effect with this card's name only once per turn. Target 1 card in your Pendulum Zone for the rest of the turn. You cannot normal or special summon monsters except Abyss Actor monsters. Also special summon the targeted card. Then take from your deck or face up extra deck 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum Monster with a different name from that special summon monsters. And if you do, place it in your Pendulum Zone. I like it. I like it. It does lock you into Abyss Actors, but I remember the one time I played against Abyss Actors on stream, they actually never went into any other things other than, like, Abyss Actor stuff. So, like, I don't know if that restriction bothers the deck as a whole, like a pure Abyss Actor deck. Really didn't even need Electromite, too, which is interesting to say. Then, of course, the hot topic, the new Sky Striker links, Sky Striker Ace Sieg, Link 2, Machine Link Effect, top center, bottom center. A decent arrow scheme for a striker card. I mean, I always thought the Sky Striker Link 2 was Nightmare Phoenix, but I guess not. They've got their own dedicated one now, which hopefully by the time this card comes out, Engage will be at 1 or 0. Who knows? Link arrows bottom center, top center, 2 monsters including a Sky Striker Ace monster, so of course Widow Anchor has gotten even better, but thankfully it's at 1. You can only special summon Sky Striker Ace Siegs once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster in the field, banish it until the opponent's next end phase, so it's kind of like a Farfa. Once per turn, you can target 1 other card you control, gains 1,000 attack, then send the targeted card to the graveyard. That card is pretty good too. That effect is pretty good too, I should say, because you can send things like Metal Flows Fusion to the graveyard. You can send your field spell to the graveyard, and just gain attack in the meantime, and it boosts up to 25. Seems like a pretty good effect there. A lot of other, things that can be done with that effect. Then we have a Tenyi Link 4. This was surprising to me when I saw that Tenyis were getting a Link 4. I guess that's not super surprising. They only have links 1 through 3. They have the basic Tenyi Monk. They have the Link 2 Shaman. They have the Link 3 Vanilla, and then they have the Link 3 effect, which we just got in Chaos Impact. But now we have a Link 4 effect. Tenyi Spirit Sahasrara. I probably butchered that. Anyways, attack 3k, link arrows top center, top right, bottom center, bottom right. Okay. You can use the second effect with this card's name only once per turn. So while you control a face-up non-effect monster, your opponent cannot target effect monsters on the field for attacks or with card effects. Cannot target effect monsters. While you control a face-up non-effect, your opponent cannot target effect monsters. Okay, that's pretty good. Quick effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, special one Tenyi Spirit token, Worm, light, level 4 attack, ? 0 defense. To your field, its attack becomes equal to the target monster's original attack. That seems pretty good. And then probably the one I'm most excited for is Artifact Dagda. Link 2. Artifacts getting a link finally. That is super cool. Link 2, light fairy effect monster attack 1500. Link arrows, bottom left, bottom right. It's got the goat arrow scheme. You can only use each effect among the first and second effects with this card's name only once per turn. When another card or another card's effect is activated on the field, quick effect, you can set one artifact monster directly from your hand or deck in your spell and trap zone as a spell card, but destroy it during your opponent's next end phase. That is really good. It is a bit slow. It is a bit of a tell that, you know, what a Scythe or a Moral Talk is coming, but that's cool, though. I love that. I love that effect. If this Link Summon card is destroyed during your opponent's turn, you can special summon one artifact monster from your graveyard in defense position. I like that as well. So, again, if they destroy it and you got a Scythe in your grave, they have to sort of strategically plan their turn around not getting Scythed. Do all your stuff main phase 1, then kill it in the battle phase, and then Scythe comes out and you don't really care. But then again, maybe Moral Tax chilling in the graveyard too. You never know. Then we have Mirage Declarer, or Herald of Mirages, a Link 2 Herald monster here. Link 2 Light Fairy Effect monster, attack 600, Link arrows bottom left, bottom right. Link materials, 2 monsters with the same attribute and type except tokens. You can use each effect among the first and second effects of this card's name only once per turn. When a spell or trap card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can send one fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation if you do destroy it. That's pretty good. It's like Herald of Perfection, but in Link form. But it is a once per turn. Because yeah, so you can only use the each effect among the first and second effects with this card's name only once per turn. And then if this card in its owner's possession is sent to the graveyard by an opponent, you can add from your graveyard to your hand up to 2 cards with different names that are ritual monsters and or ritual spells. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That second effect is pretty good for sort of general purpose. But yeah, it seems pretty good. Recycle that Herald of Perfection or Herald of Ultimateness, I don't know. Then we have the Simorgh Bird of Kings. This is a deck I was actually thinking about picking or like playing because I have like most of the cards for it. I don't know, you guys want to see a Simorgh deck profile? Like I have all the stuff pretty much from all the Rising Rampage stuff that I bought, but might be able to actually like turn this into a somewhat decent deck. You know, because Dark Simorgh is like a pretty decent card. But either way, we have a Simorgh Bird of Kings, a Link 3 Winged Beast effect monster. Attack 2400. Link arrows bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. So it's pretty good arrow scheme. Link materials 2+ monsters, including a Winged Beast monster. Can only use the third effect of this card's name only once per turn. Cannot be used as Link material. Okay. This card also any winged beast monster it points to cannot be targeted by an opponent's card effects. That's pretty good. If this card would be destroyed by battle, you can destroy one similar card you control instead. That's pretty good also. And during your end phase, you can special summon from your hand or deck one winged beast monster whose level is equal to or lower than the number of unoccupied spell and trap zones on the field. Unoccupied. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good because this deck does sort of have a gimmick of making it so your opponent can't set cards, leaving some room open to summon some high-level Winged Beast monster. I like that effect. And then the last one here, the 8 of the 9 missing, is the Yugioh, the Absolute Zero Mayakoshi. Link 4 Water Zombie Link effect monster, attack 2900, arrows left, bottom right, and right. You can only use the third effect with this card's name, only up to twice per turn. You can only control one Yugioh, the Absolute Zero Mayakashi. Negate any activated effect from an opponent's monster that was banished when the effect was activated. That is a floodgate in of itself right there. Negate any activated effect from an opponent's monster that was activated when that was banished when the effect was activated. That's really good. I like that. That's a good floodgate against like Thunder comes to mind. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to be playing this card just to counter it. Just take 2+ zombie monsters as well, so it could be a bit hard to make in a certain circumstance. Then it says if a monster is special summoned, this is the fact that you can use up to twice per turn. If a monster is special summoned in the graveyard, or if a monster effect is activated in your graveyard, you can target one other face-up monster in the field. Its attack becomes 0. Also negate its effects. That's really cool. That is a good card right there. That's a boss monster if I've ever seen one. And to wit, the last theme is being purposely kept in suspense. It's got to be the Atlantean Link, of course. But yeah, those are all the 8 of the 9 remaining Link Vrains Pack 3 Link monsters. We've gotten a ton of really cool links so far. The Union Carrier Link, I really like. The World Chalice Link, the Link 2 here, the Ib. I forget its exact name, but this card is really exciting, this bottom left Link monster. It's got a really good effect. The Predaplant Link is, I think, might be the best Link revealed. I don't know what the last one's going to be. I'm kind of worried. This thing is, this guy right here, this Predaplant Link, this Anaconda Link is dumb. This guy over here, this the Keymaster or whatever its name is, I can't remember exactly. Very, very good card. Then we have that 5-headed God Dragon. That card, the artwork on it's insane. I don't think the effect's that great. But all the other like this Spellcaster Link over here, I forget its exact name. I think it's like Celine or Serene or something. This one is going to be nuts. Remove spell counters and summon a Spellcaster during your opponent's turn. Okay, I'll summon Winda. And have fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Now we're going to take a look at the Extreme Code set, which I guess is the next set, or Eternity Code, which is the following set. I think this is the last set, because this has like the same color scheme as Maximum Crisis, the yellow, I believe. Yeah, so there's what the pack looks like, Eternity Code. And I believe we have a Link 6, which I found out about the Link 6, because I think it was leaked like a few months back, or maybe a month or two back. Before the Megatons released, and it was an AI monster, so I've seen it. So it's not completely new news, but we sort of have a better idea of what its effects are and everything like that. But we have a first batch of Eternity Code cards, and then we have our first card here, which is Parallel Exceed. Cyberse effect, win level 8, attack 2000, defense 2000. You can only use each effect of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If you link summon while this card in your hand, you can special summon this card to your zone that link monster points to. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special one Parallel Exceed from your deck. If summoned by the effect of Parallel Exceed, this card becomes levels becomes 4. Also, its original attack and defense become halved. So you link, you summon it from your hand, and then you summon another Parallel Exceed from your deck. And then if summoned by the effect of Parallel Exceed, this card level becomes 4. So you have an 8 and a 4 on your field. I guess you're not going for another Xyz. I mean, it could be a free rank 8, but you're just, one's a level 4 and the other's level 8. If I'm seeing that, yeah, it doesn't say anything about modifying its original level one's first special summon, but it seems like a very interesting card nonetheless. And then we have Access Code Talker, which is the Link 4 here. Cyberse Link effect, Dark Link 4, attack 2300, top, left, right, and bottom, 2+ effect monsters. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to the activation of this card's effects. Wow, okay. If this card is Link Summon, you can target one Link monster used as Link as material for its Link Summon. This card gains attack equal to that monster's Link rating times 1,000. Wow, that is really good. So, I mean, granted, you'd be using maybe like 2 Link 2s to go into this, since it says 2+ effect monsters, kind of like Firewall Dragon, Link 4, same arrow scheme, etc., etc. So it's gonna gain 2,000, bumping up to 4,300, which gets over a lot of things in the game currently. A lot of things. You can banish one Link monster from your graveyard as cost from your field or graveyard. Destroy one card your opponent controls. Also, you cannot banish another monster with the same attribute to activate the effect of Access Code Talker for the rest of this turn. So wait a second here. If this card is Link Summon, you can target. It doesn't say anything about like once per turn. That card, if I'm like seeing this correctly, that is insane. That is an insane card if I'm seeing that correctly. You can banish one Link monster from your graveyard, destroy one card your opponent controls. Also, you cannot banish another monster with the same attribute to activate the effect of Access Code Talker for the rest of the turn. And your opponent can't respond to the activation. That's a good card. That is a good card. Oh my god. Okay, then we have Proxy, press F, Magician, Cyberse Link effect, Fire 2 Link. link 2, attack 1400, bottom left, bottom right. 2 effect monsters. So just 2 effect monsters to get into this bad boy. You can only use each of the first and second effects of this card's aim once per turn. See, I was looking for that sentence, like, above, you know, above the text here on this guy, on the access code toggle. I didn't see that, though. During your main phase, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as material. So it's like a polymerization. If a fusion monster is fusion summoned to zone this card points to, you can special summon one monster with 1,000 less attack from your hand. That is also seems pretty good. I could see this possibly being played in like Salamangreat, maybe. 1,000 less attack though. If it said 1,500 less, maybe we'd be in business. But I don't know. It seems pretty cool. Then the card I'm kind of excited for the most. I've seen this card. This card got revealed a while back, but now we know what set it's coming out in. What is it? Eternal Code. Eternity Code. Yeah, Eternity Code. But yeah, so 2 Cyberse monsters here for Splash Mage. The arrows are the bottom right and top right. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target 1 Cyberse monster in your graveyard as cost, special summon in defense position, but negate its effects. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for this turn except for Cyberse monsters. So I could just see this being like a decent recovery card in what is it? Marincess. It is a water. So you can use this to revive out Anemone, and then Anemone revives something and go off from there. Because this is any Cyberse monster. It doesn't talk about link rating, attack, no other limitations. You do get locked into Cyberse, but again, the whole deck is Cyberse, so I like that card a lot. Then here we have the Link Cross, which is a very interesting looking card. Cyberse Link Effect, Light Link 1, attack 900. Bottom is the arrow. 1 Link 2 or higher Link monster. Okay. You can only use this card, the effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is Link Summon, you can special summon Link tokens up to the rating of Link materials, rating of the material used for this card's Link Summon. Also, you cannot use the Link tokens as Link material for the rest of the turn. That's interesting. You could use them for Synchro fodder, though, all level 1. So if you have like a Nightmare Phoenix, you could link off the Nightmare Phoenix into this and potentially not give your opponent an arrow. But what are you doing with the tokens at that point? And is it worth the extra deck space, I guess? Then here, the big bad Link 6. Look at this dude. Absolute unit. So its effect basically is, well, its name is the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister. Its arrows are top, left, right, bottom, and bottom right. 3+ monsters with different attributes. You can only control 1 the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister. This card's original attack becomes the number of materials used for its Link Summon times 1,000. So it's at least going to be 3k, at least. And unaffected by other cards' effects. That's a pretty good little clause to have. And once per turn, you can target 1 other monster in the field, destroy it, and if you do special summon 1 at Ignister token, Cyberse Dark, level 1, attack 0, defense 0 to your zone this card points to. And you can do whatever you want with that token as well. Then we have here the AI Contact, a normal spell. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. If Ignister AI land is on your field, you can reveal 1 Ignister AI land in your hand, place it on the bottom of your deck, and if you do draw 3 cards... Okay. I mean, you go +1. Because you're getting rid of 2, adding 3. But that is really good. You have to have 2 field spells though. This might be the card to solve the I'm bricking my field spells type thing. And then this card here, this last card is awesome because it is a floodgate for links, which I don't think we have had a floodgate for links, like in the form of traps. Continuous trap. It is AIQ. Activate this card if you control an at Ignister monster. Once per turn during your standby phase, you must tribute 1 link monster or destroy this card. Each player can only link summon once per turn while this card is face up in the spell and trap zone. So it does require the control of an at Ignister monster, but maybe an at Ignister monster will become sort of commonplace in extra decks as we move forward. But this is it's a pretty good card. Each player can only link summon once per turn while this card is face up in the spell and trap zone. That is really good. That's really good. So a lot of really cool stuff coming out in Eternity Code. I don't know when we'll be getting this set. They might release sort of like a press article saying what strategies will be in here, what support's coming for older, new strategies, the release date, special editions, things like that. So we'll get that news probably soon. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to use my TCG Player affiliate link down in the description below if you want to help support me just by buying things on TCG Player, whether it be singles or sealed product or whatever. Use that affiliate link. It goes a long way to help support me in the channel. And also, of course, check out Imperial as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little open game state video. Hope you guys are having a good one. Appreciate all the support. Much love. And as always, guys, want to kill sign out. We'll see you guys in the next one.